Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake hip hop.
Wake your fuck ass up.
That crust out, y'all.
What do you think about that song there, West Jackson, from the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival?
Listen, I can't stop listening to the album. I know Rich was talking about it. I mean, I think that I don't want to be. I tend to be a little bit more hyperbolic, but I think this is gonna go. This is one of the most important hip hop albums and hip hop works of art in a long time. I think we're gonna be 25 years from now, like a man talking so honestly about his mistakes as somebody who's married and been in a relationship. That's a lesson I try to give to my kids. And the cooperative economics, and not on that song, but all the themes that he's talking about are incredible. But I think that in a world like a hip hop is supposed to be like hyper masculine and B's up, hoes down, and all this other stuff. And Jay's like, you know what, man? Maybe when I was 25, but I'm 47 now with 3 kids. We got to move on, man. We got to move the conversation a little bit forward. So I think it's super powerful. I love it.
What do you say to the critics who say, why now? Is it too late? Like, what do you say to those critics?
Get out of my business, man. I say, listen, I've been married for 17 and a half years. Don't talk about nobody's marriage. You have no idea about I can't live my marriage on your timing. Yeah. You're not there at night. You're not there cooking breakfast. You're not arguing. Shut up.
Right.
This is me talking to my wife. And don't listen then.
It's his album. He made it the way he wanted to.
I'm just reading
Make
from
your
the
own,
feeds.
Rich Nice.
It's not to do with me.
Okay,
This is the feeds online. This is I'm going through the feeds. I'm treating it for real.
Heather, what do you think about that song, Heather? What do you think about that song?
He's grown.
Okay.
He's grown. Financially, spiritually, emotionally. He's a grown-ass man. Like, let him, just keep him up on that mountain, yo. Leave him alone.
Tracy.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Well, the hip hop is full of critics first.
Exactly.
Full of critics. Everybody know how to do it better, but can't do it themselves. Ain't that something? Should tell you how to do your shit better, Wes. Right. But ain't doing it.
But I still ain't seen you. I still ain't seen you in the gym yet. Where you at?
I don't understand. Just to Rich's point, though, because you do see these things, I don't understand what people want a man of that status at this point and all that accomplished. Just like you, Sway, to a degree. What do people want you to come on the radio and talk about every morning? Like, seriously, used to just, I was in the club last night with these bitches. Man, HB was on. Like, you would sound ridiculous. No, I'm being like, your wife is Beyonce. You on the way to becoming a billionaire. We want to learn from you. Like, we appreciate the honesty. Like, please. I don't. But I do understand. I've read what you all talking about.
I heard a lot of that too. Eric is on the line from Orlando. What up? Hey, what do you think?
Well, I love the album. Like Jake is fit. I feel like it's a home run, like a walk-off homer. Like this should be his last album, and he should probably like chill out after this, drop a couple EPs, some good singles, come up here and there. But my whole thing with the album is like, on top of like being honest and vulnerable, which I really appreciate, there's also the little thing about he's kind of misrepresenting black people, trying to like tell people what to do with their money, and he's not totally being honest because everybody's not Jay-Z. Everybody can't make those decisions. I kind of didn't need him to tell me to reinvest into the black community. I know how. What I need is for him to do it and not be the type of person that's going to be there and say, oh, my presence is my charity. Like, when he says stuff like that, that kind of kills it for me. But I still love Jay as a rapper, but it's just that kind of, the other stuff, man.
Okay. So that particular song, is that a yay or a nay?
No, that particular song? Oh, that's it. That's it. He hasn't been that vulnerable since Kingdom Come.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, thank you for your call, man. You're a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Wes, you see the kind of callers we get.
I see these enlightened individuals.
Yeah, man. That's not a jam. It's not a game with us, man. Let's go to Charlotte. Charlotte, what up? Joel, what up?
Hey, Sway, what's going on, man?
What's popping with
you? Listen, that has to be the best shit I heard from Jay-Z to date.
To date?
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
Damn.
That's the best shit to date. I mean, I don't knock my man for what he just said, but let me tell you something. Somebody got to teach us as black people to turn a dime into a dollar.
No doubt.
I don't care what you're talking about financially. If somebody got some wisdom or jewels to drop on me financially, I'm willing to listen. I'm about 5 years dead. But that man right there is like the blueprint of my life, all the way back to the beginning.
How old are you, Joe?
I'm 52.
Okay, that makes sense. You're trying to give you $1 million for $9.99.
Exactly.
Because financial literacy is something we lack in our community.
Facts.
Look at our artists. Yeah. They do nothing but throw money all over the gram, like he said.
Yeah. We just need one
and to be
more.
broke in 3 years.
Yeah, yeah. I
wonder why.
Absolutely.
Be broke.
Yeah, and I think just to what the other brother was saying, and I agree, he's saying, oh, well, I don't need to be told how to do that, but there's a line, not necessarily on that song, he says, I'll never buy Belvedere as long as Ciroc got Puff. There are simple decisions that you can make. When you go into the bar, think about it. Why not put a little money? If you bet money going into Bad Boy, Sean Combs Enterprises, that money may come back to you much quicker than if it goes to Belvedere or Absolute. Why are you buying Hennessy? Hennessy been making billions of dollars off of black folks. Buy Duce. Why? And even me self-serving. Why you going to Governor's Ball, the Coachella?
Come to Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival.
There's black people. There's people that look like you running that show.
Do them all, but don't forget the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival.
Yeah, exactly. Not to come right. Self promotion in there. Yeah.
A lot of criticism has been made too.
The
just
white
to
criticism.
Say that, no, just about his record. Like, well, we've heard this before. Why everybody dick riding? Just because Jay-Z said it. Sometimes it takes a person in position to say things. It's like, not that maybe you haven't heard the message before, but we love to hear him say it. It's good to hear him say. He said years ago, y'all could bullshit with rap if you want. He was saying it. It's just seeing it all come together now. I don't know. It's tough when you see this criticism. I don't really get it. I don't get it.
And also, people respond differently to different teachers. Like, you're not supposed to have one teacher your entire damn life. You go to a school and there's a multitude of them. I would love to see another album where someone plays on financial literacy, but more for like the elementary level. I feel like Jay is like a grad school teacher with it. There's some people living paycheck to paycheck that can't start thinking about how to flip it to $1 million now.
I would like to see him as a keynote or a 101 series at the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, being that he's from Brooklyn, and break that. To talk about finances.
No,
I could talk about he could take it from the Marcy Projects, what he did with his money, what worked, what didn't work, how he legitimized his money, and ain't that the story we want to hear? Well, how did you take the dirty money and how'd you make it clean?
Yep. He talks about it.
That's a seal indictment. I think there'll be another conversation about how he was able to business mind. I get it, but how the business mind works to go from a street corner guy to like, okay, same intensity into a boardroom guy.
Building infrastructure, building teams, projections, quarterly, all that stuff. But
not to come, but to what you're saying is like, but everything starts with one step, right? It's not. It looks like it's at the height, but at one point it was him saying, I'm going to take this money and not buy another chain, and I'm going to put it into studio time. That's how it sort of begins. And then the other point is, when you talk about what I get upset about the criticism, the criticism comes from businesses, publications, people who make millions of dollars on having black people fight each other. So they don't like this because, wait a minute. Y'all about to get woke, and y'all about to start reinvesting. Oh, well, what about the anti-Semitism? And, now I make money off of trivializing the sisters and putting y'all in that. And now you talking about love your wife and build a family. Now, why are you talking about that? Let's get back to Molly and Percocet, and let's get back to the strip club, because I make a lot of money when y'all are fighting with one another. But when y'all in here building, I'm scared now.
It's powerful.
Because once we all get together,
it's powerful.
Like this.
Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy. And if we smile while we talk about it, oh man, that's so scary. He's smiling when he's saying this shit.
And you tell somebody you love them, and you take a L for your brother to lift them up, and you're not always trying to take, like you said, like when it came on, it's not big deep versus little deep. You know what I mean? When we lose that competition, it's just about building. It's dangerous. That's trillions of dollars of buying power. And I think there's a lot of businesses who would not they don't want the slaves congregating because y'all gonna talk about revolution. So I'd much rather have y'all fighting with one another.
All right, we gonna go to this next song. Shit, Wonder, I don't know what you gonna play.
Now I know why the album doesn't resonate with me. I'm not fighting a revolution.
You ain't no
Of course you are.
Yes, you
people
are.
ain't slaves.
Nah,
You
it's not. I think the album's not recorded well. I think the message is cool. Doesn't resonate with me personally. Production. I'm a production person. I think No ID did a good job with that. It's an album for people that have done things and are moving on. I haven't done anything yet. I need my threesome, and I need all that stuff first. So I don't care what this guy's saying. Of course he wants to move on. He wants to get past this. I haven't even done it once.
Wanda, stop speaking up from a child of a master.
Nah.
Okay, cool.
Real.
Anyway.
All right.
So let's.
What do you mean you haven't had a threesome?
I'm gonna
yet?
help you get a threesome.
But we can finish. We can take care of that today. Then would you like the album?
Maybe I'll get over this, and maybe I'll take this chip off of my shoulder. But of course, somebody who's done everything and has the ability to do everything else is ready to tell everybody else to move on.
But it's not so much that he has everything. It's more or less. Look where he came from.
There's a million drug dealers that were rappers. There needed to be a group of people that saw this guy, whether he sold his soul or whatever he did, that took him and let him be the one to move on. I mean, there's a million rappers that came up at the same time. Maybe
what he's telling you, what he's saying is, don't waste your time on the threesome. It's a waste of time. Find your soulmate.
Let me learn that. You sound like my parents. You sound like my parents.
Yeah, but your parents are smart, right? The parents will stop you from sticking forks in outlets. There's knowledge, there's wisdom. Don't buy V12s. Buy a bond in stock. That's saying something. I know that's the right thing to do, but I want to do something reckless anyway. Yeah. All right, then go ahead then.
Somebody let him win, is what you said?
Yes, they chose him. There's a
million. It has nothing to do with it.
He's a smart gentleman.
So the black man get on top and somebody had to let him in?
Yes.
No, he wasn't chosen. He maneuvered himself. Let me give you Jay-Z quickly. Let me give you Jay-Z quickly 10 seconds. Jay-Z was a street hustler that knew that as a hustler, you have to put yourself in certain positions. So when he came into a certain realm of hip-hop and he knew that the questions were, who's better, Nas or Biggie, he inserted himself in the conversation. Who's better, Jay-Z, Biggie, or Nas? From that moment, the street started repeating that. He's a masterful marketing person. That's why Jay-Z is on top. Not because he rapped better than everybody, because he was alive when
he's going beyond that. He's saying no matter how talented, how clever, how intuitive, how determined he was, none of that mattered. Somebody let him in.
No, it was his marketing brain that got him to that position.
He worked his ass off. Why are we discrediting this man's writing ability? What he wrote for Foxy, what he wrote for so many damn people and put his work in.
Man.
Wanda is a child of slave masters.
So he ain't gonna get it.
Different mentality. Let me speak.
Okay, if you want to put that on me,
that's from the footnotes of the story.
I'm just trying to tell y'all,
let me get you a threesome.
Deep, the Wanda bloodline.
Black girl, Asian girl. What you want? What's your threesome? What you want?
Black girl? Nah, don't put the black girl in that threesome. Fuck out of here.
White girl, black girl.
We've already been over this. It's two Dominicans at one time.
Two Dominicans.
But we're done with that.
I got you.
All right, anyway.
Choose rendezvous. Here we come.
Why can't it be too white with me?
Listen. Blood sacrifice, Illuminati, everything else. It all goes back to that. Let's just get into it. It's fine, folks.
I like to give credit where credit is due.
Speak on it.
With all those hypotheticals and all those conspiracy theories, it's hard for somebody to go from where he came from,
absolutely,
and to become somebody who's worth nearly $1 billion and continuing to grow,
risking his own
money. With Beyonce, what's the formation scholarships they giving out now? The money they donating that you don't know about.
Don't forget about they bailed people out of jail that were getting locked up.
$1 million, Black Lives Matter.
All tax write-offs, folks.
Yeah, but still, it's investment back into.
Is that discredited?
No. But hold up. When you donate $1 million, you don't get to write off $1 million. It's only a small percentage of that you're gonna get to write off. But look what that money is doing.
I mean, that doesn't discredit it. I mean, the idea that you get a tax write-off discredits the actual gift is just, I mean, that's sort of absurd.
All right, Wes, don't do that.
All right.
Mike News, you want to comment?
I'll be peace.
Yeah, I just want to say something. I think I'm enjoying the conversation, by the way. But I think, Rich, you brought it up in the early when you introduced the song. You talked about people haven't listened to the album in its entirety. This is the type of album where you literally have to. It only takes 34 minutes. You have to look at it from start to finish. And when you do, it literally addresses all the things that we're talking about. So it's 3 parts. It's part aspirational. it's part inspirational and it's part practical too as well. So there's practical lessons, there's aspirational, and there's inspirational.
Facts.
So if you miss all those three, you can only focus on one, then of course we're going to have this type of dialogue because we're missing the other two.
Yeah.
Right? And if we only focus on those two, then we're missing the other part. The way he created this, it's a full story. So if you miss it, you actually will miss the practical financial lessons that he's teaching you, right? If you miss it, you will miss the aspirational of learning how to invest in art, which a white person can relate to. This is all about investments. If you miss the emotional vulnerability that it's creating, there's a great study out that's about emotional vulnerability and emotional intellectual IQ. And they actually say that those who are more vulnerable and those who are most emotional are the most successful CEOs. The most successful CEO isn't the most intelligent. It's actually the most vulnerable and the most emotional. So when you begin to peel the layers back and actually listen to it from beginning to end, you will see he covers all these things that we're having in this room right now.
And if you miss it, if you haven't listened to I think the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival is a great partner for the release of this album 444. You know, I think they run hand in hand. And if you want to experience more of this culture and have more of these conversations, you might think like Wonder thinks. And that the Illuminati got Jay to where he is, you know, or you might think how Mike Muse thinks. Well, there's more conversations going to be taking place this week, this entire week, Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival. I want to encourage anybody within the sound of my voice experience this for yourself.
My man.
You ain't even got to talk. Just go look.
You said just look
just
and listen.
Just
absolutely.
stand in there. Everybody got an opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody has an opinion.
Yeah. But I appreciate that, Sway. I appreciate that, the love.
Absolutely. West, once again, for the listeners who just now chimed in, find out more about the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival. It's taking place this week, starting today. Is going down a one-on-one interview with Rakim. West, you going to be doing that interview?
Yes, sir. I have the pleasure of sitting down with Rakim tonight. Super excited.
And you can find out where. Just go to their platform.
BKHipHopFestival.com. Follow us all social medias at BK Hip Hop Fest.
Thank you, brother. Peace. You all right with me, man. You got to keep coming up here. I see we got to have these conversations.
I love it.
All right?
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Curtis Armstrong, we want to thank him for coming by from Revenge of the Nerds, the movie. We got a new book. It's called Revenge of the Nerd, and he tells a lot of stories about Tom Cruise getting head. All kinds of stuff. Brian Philippi, we want to thank him for coming by, a good friend of mine. Shooter Season 2 is out July 18th. And then Wish Upon is his new movie, which is out July 14th. And Ryan Philippi came up here, bro. He was inspired by Shia LaBeouf, and he aspired to become an MC.
Oh, was he in here rhyming?
Today he came in and busted some bars, Ryan Philippi.
Was it I? Was I?
Well, let's be, now we going back to the practical. And then Mike Muse carefully crafted. He was all right.
Okay.
He was all right.
Wasn't bad.
He was all right.
A for effort, I guess.
Yeah, listen, man.
He wrote it. He just didn't have a chance to practice
it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But it was, but the spirit of it, man, you could see him. He was nervous. And to me, nervous means you care.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so he cared what was happening. Where Wes, I've had people that you've had on your stage that would be scared when they come up here, don't want to come in the room because they don't want to rap.
I've seen
But they want to promote their rap.
Right. But don't want to do it in front of you.
Don't want to do it in front of me? Come on, man. In front of Rich, Heather, Trey.
Listen, being on the other side, it could be intimidating, man. Because some people sat in this chair and I saw the Logic thing a minute ago.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I was an MC, I'd be a little like, yo, because they going to put my joints up next to each other.
Yeah.
You got to be on point. You got to be on point.
This is the life you choose.
I'm going to put West Side Gun and Conway up. We're going to revisit that one, too. They came up here and smashed it. I'm just going to start picking out some of my favorites. Best ofs. Wes, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Rich, how can I reach you?
Rich Nice Digital on Twitter. Rich Nice Digital on Instagram. I'm trying to get my followers up. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers on Twitter.
Get them, Rich.
Yeah, I'm getting close. I'm almost at 9, so I just need like 1,200. So holla at your boy. Send them to me.
He said, I just need like a tenth of what I need, what I got. Shit. Rich Nice Digital. Follow him. Have the B.
I'm at the happy hour, WHB.
Citizens, love you. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, at It's Tracy G.
You can find me at I am Mike Muse, MUSAME, Instagram and Twitter.
I have a new Instagram page.
Tell me about your new business.
Photography, and you can reach me at OQ Shoots. That's at OQ Shoots, and maybe I could get out to the hip hop festival out in Brooklyn and shoot some things. You know?
Can he get a media pass?
That's what I was trying to.
You see the dude with the beard over there? You got to highlight him.
Got 400 followers, man.
That's 400.
Yeah, it's crazy. You saw it, right?
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
At DJ Wonder across the board. Send me a DM.
Send DJ Wonder a DM. He's looking for Dominicans specifically. I'm at Real Sway across the board, and we always looking for new subscribers on Sway's Universe. So make sure you go in there and check it out. And until tomorrow, is Rob Markman coming here tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Tomorrow we got 2 Chainz stopping by.
Okay, 2 Chainz stopping by tomorrow for talk about his new project. And until then, we have nothing left to say.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shea 45.